right, everyone. Welcome to Rhythm and Roads podcast. I'm your host, Joshua Jacob. We have a very special guest. We have three-time Emmy Award winner, Jesse Friday, and he's also a creative director. Welcome to Rhythm and Roads, sir.
Thank you so much, Joshua. It's really an honor to be here and just share a little bit about me. I guess
Oh, yeah.
it feels weird when you're like in front of like on this side of the camera, I guess.
You're all good, man. No, I really appreciate you giving me your time to just come on and share your story. And we're looking forward to learning your story and hearing all the great adventures you've been on, man. So, yes, thank you again for just your time. So, I do want to ask. And I always ask my actors and filmmakers and directors because we want to get back to the beginning, my bro. We want to see how it all started.
Oh,
So,
okay.
well, to an extent, I'm not going to pressure you to
Yeah,
share the whole journey,
yeah, of
but
course. I mean, I'm not gonna bore you with my stories here.
but we do want to know, like, who or what inspired you to pursue acting? What was it that gave you that passion, that desire, that fire to be like, that's what I want to do?
Um, I've been asked this question before, and I think it always comes back to when I was like 7 or 8 years old, and I saw a special on television about Batman Returns.
Oh, cool.
Um, Now, Batman is one of my favorite comic book heroes, and
Same.
I would always like play that I was Batman or something. So this mo movie comes out, and a special like a behind the scenes. Um, it's on television now. Like, what is this? So I guess at that point, everything clicked in that, okay, this is a movie, so real people
Mhm.
are portraying this, adventure movie, and nothing is real, but it feels real. So it's like the movie magic just kicked in my soul, I guess. I was like, wow, I'm so interested and I want to learn more about this.
Yeah.
And then of course you see the actors, Michael Keaton and Michelle Pfeiffer
Right.
just explaining their philosophies and their preparation for the role and this and that. And I'm like, okay, so there's a crafting
Yeah.
involved. Like you just don't appear over there and just start acting or pretending to be someone.
Right.
No, there's something like layers and layers that you have to work on.
Yeah.
So I was very fascinated. I guess that's where the seed was planted
Mm.
when I was that young. Now after that, I just started playing that I was not Batman, but I was the actor playing Batman.
Oh, cool.
So um, yeah. So growing up,
Mm.
I grew up in Juarez, Ciudad Juarez,
Okay.
and later moved to El Paso. But back then, you didn't see a lot of people from that region that
Mm.
um, were able to pursue a career in movie making,
Oh, okay.
not, let alone acting.
Oh,
So to me, it was a dream that was very far away. It was a dream. I didn't think it was going to be true or anything. Um, and also, uh, when growing up, I was very interested in editing. When
oh,
I was 12 years old, my dad got a camera
oh, cool.
and a VCR and all this equipment of the time, and I started editing on those. So it was very fascinating that you could create a story from bits and pieces and put them together,
Mhm.
and uh, that's how like everything started to make sense in my world, I guess.
Okay.
Um, Now, when college came in, then I decided I need to make a decision on what I wanted to do.
Mhm.
Um, I was going to be a computer science engineer or something like that.
Oh, man.
Um, but then I really thought about, okay, is this really what I want to do? So this is a time where I can really pursue this for real.
Mm.
I guess more doors started to open,
Mhm.
and again, the acting part of it, was still like far away. I was like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna get there,
Okay.
but I can get involved in some aspect of you know theater or
Mhm.
film, whatever, because I love editing and doing camera work and all that,
Yeah.
directing. So at UTEP, there was a program, well, some classes that involved film.
Okay.
So that's how everything started. I'm like, I'm okay, I'm gonna really do this. I'm gonna go for it. And um, I got scholarships.
Oh, nice.
Funny story is that I got really good grades because I used to um, do all of the projects that I could on video because I
Okay.
already had this experience on video. So the teachers were like, okay, I like this. Can you make another video out of this? So that's how I got my way to get good grades in school. And that helped me to get scholarships and financial aid and all this to pursue a career, I guess, in acting. So that was before I got there. The class that I wanted to take was directing.
Okay.
Now this is for theater,
Okay.
but before that, the prerequisite was to get one acting class
Mm.
before you get directing.
Okay.
Um, so I took that one with that little seed planted like when I was 7 years old,
Mm.
and it just started growing right there and then. I was like, okay, so this is what I felt when I was 7 years old.
Mhm.
This is what it is. And guess what? That's the career I chose.
There it
So
is.
my major is theater performance.
Is it? Wow.
Uh, yeah.
I like
So
that, man.
that's how it started.
Oh yeah. Thank you for sharing that. And I really do love the fact that you took your time to share just the process of everything from watching Batman to just discovering, even wanting to go to a different career, being a, when you said a science major, right? Like a
Computer science, because
computer science. Yeah.
I love technology, so that was
Mm.
one of the things that
Wow.
I saw myself capable of, I
Right.
guess.
You know, and I love that because I've interviewed a few people too where they've it's like it's like your passion, your calling is tugging on you little by little, giving you that tug. And yes, I've gone through it too where I'm like trying to figure out, well, what I'm going to do this, that, but there's just that calling, right? And I love the fact that you just said it was like presenting itself to you. It was always coming up here and there every now and then. And you're like, "Oh, look, there's that they're opening up a film degree or something here or this anything pertaining to film or acting, it was coming to you every now and then to kind of
Yeah.
like remind you, you know.
And back then there were no like the program was not that big. I guess right now there are a lot of schools that specialize on filmmaking in the
Yeah.
border. And I'm thankful that those exist now. But back then, the closest thing that I could get was theater. So that's what I went for. Now I couldn't go like let's say for LA or New York because I didn't have the nerve or the money also. Uh, and I was really scared. I was like, being a Latino guy, you're so close to your family. So the moment you think about just going away, it's like, no, I'm not sure if I'm gonna
Yeah.
like that.
I think
So it's very hard. Yeah.
yeah. Wow. Well, I'm glad that you pursued it. And so I take it that you went to UTEP.
I went to UTEP. I finished my degree in 2010.
Oh, awesome, man.
Um, but then, what they say, now what? What's
Yeah.
what's gonna happen?
Now
So
what?
yeah, I got involved in different film groups, different teams in the border.
Okay.
I got to work with people in Chicago and LA.
Wow.
Some of them came to El Paso, and that's how I met them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say that's how um, can I say that? It's not my day job. I wish it was,
Okay.
but it's something that I'm still doing and I love it. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
Well, even if it's not your day job, it's still you are pursuing it, you love it, and always remind yourself that that you it's that's like your ultimate goal of continuing to do that, of course. So you want to always keep that alive. Like this is not my full-time job. I wish it was, but yes,
True.
I have a full-time job elsewhere. But the thing is, I always look forward to when I'm out of my job to come and do this. I look
Yeah,
forward, all that. So yeah, I understand what you're saying. Is like you're like, I want to make this full time, but at least it gives me something to look forward to every day. So.
and the good thing is that right now it's if you're involved in indie filmmaking,
Mhm.
that how do you that branch of filmmaking, it's growing so much that
Oh,
it's
it is.
becoming a mainstream now.
Yeah.
Uh, Big actors are coming down to the indie films because those
Yeah.
are the films that really are juicy, and those are
Yeah.
the ones that you can really play around with. Now with the tempo, the blockbusters, and all those, there's a lot of things that are going on, and
Mhm.
sometimes you put your heart and soul, and sometimes they don't even release them. So
Yeah. True. Yeah.
yeah, I mean it's a tough industry to get in,
Mm.
um, but it's also very rewarding in your soul, I guess.
Yeah.
Just being on set, it's one of the greatest experiences that
Oh.
I have
Oh
in my
man, I
life.
bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet when you're on set, you just feel that fire, that passion just raging. You're just like, yes, you just feel alive.
Yes, yes, yes.
You're like, this is what I'm meant to do. This is my calling. And yeah, I love that, man. That's
We recently finished. Well, I directed one film in March,
oh cool.
and yeah, being surrounded by people, moving parts, and all this machinery that happens around you, and you're just there. um, I felt just so lucky that I was able to do what I like, and also being surrounded by all these talented people. You learn from them,
Oh
they
yeah.
learn from you, and it's like an ecosystem that keeps growing.
Yeah.
Um, so I love also to just keep that network open, just because you never know.
You never know.
Um, yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that. And I'm really happy that you are even recently even directing films, but I do want to get into that subject. So talk about your recent film and the film that you directed.
Yeah, this one, it's been 4 years in the making.
Wow,
We
man.
started very early, I think before the pandemic. And um, the script, the original story came from Jeremy Alice Long.
Okay.
Um, and the story just caught my eye immediately. It's a story about two um, a lesbian couple,
Okay.
and then one of them just decides to transition, go from women to men.
Okay.
And it's this moment where you don't know if your partner will accept you for who you are
Hmm.
or break apart, or, it's
Yeah,
that moment where you don't know what's going to happen.
I see.
So, in a way, that's something that I wanted to tell because obviously the, the trans community needs to be more um, shared, I guess. Their stories are never, um, there's always like a coming out story and this and
Hmm.
that, but those issues are never told. So
Hmm.
I'm glad that I was able to be part of this change, I guess.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's
Interesting.
that's
Okay.
something that's coming out.
And what inspired you well, I think you gave some of the answer to that, but was this a personal story? Was it a story from someone else? Or was it that how did this idea came about to do this?
I think it's a biographical story from Jeremy Alice.
Oh, I see.
Um,
Okay.
Now their names are obviously changed, but I know that's coming from Jeremy's perspective.
Oh, I see.
But in my personal view, I'm from the community as well. But
Okay.
um, like being in the community doesn't mean that you automatically accept and know everything about everyone. So to me, um, in my late 20s, I guess I was never um, surrounded by people in the trans community.
Oh, I see.
Um, and to me, it was a different world. So I believe that people need to be, how can I say this? They need to learn their stories just so they can understand better, because ignorance is one of the things that's killing us.
Mm.
So once we know what people go through,
Oh, right.
maybe we can have some compassion and really respect each
Understand.
other. Because I don't know, some people just go way out there, just hating everyone because they just don't understand their way of living. So to me, it's very important that we shine a little light, on this community specifically, because those those are the ones who are neglected the most.
Mm.
So yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
Okay. Well, wow, thank you for sharing that. So this film is supposed to be the light to help others to kind of understand the
Yeah,
experience.
I mean, you share a little bit of the problems that they face,
Right.
and also it's very universal. Like, what would you do if your partner suddenly decides to, transition, be a different genre?
Mm.
What would you do? So
Yeah.
it's that question that
That's interesting.
really,
Yeah.
it's
What would
it's a
you do?
powerful one.
It is a powerful one. That's a very good. So the film is mainly based on that question. What would you do?
Yeah, it
The
wrote, yeah.
transition. Interesting. And when is this film coming out?
Well, right now we just finished
Oh, you just
shooting
finished
it,
it. Oh, okay.
so we're in post right now. So
Oh, cool, man.
hopefully this year. I mean, I don't think it's going to take longer than that.
Yeah.
Um,
Are you
but
wanting
yeah,
to
it's
get
very
into
interesting
like
because
the
we're going to, it involves some effects, and you'll see. I don't want to spoil it, but
Yeah, you don't have to
it's
spoil it, dude. It's all good.
it's a nice piece of material.
Okay. And would this be in a film festival later this year? Like what's the goal of showing this film?
We mostly, yeah, we'll share it through
Through the whole
you know, the usual, the border film
Okay.
festivals, and also the specialty ones, those they're the LGTV.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right, cool, man. Well, congrats on finishing up the film. I know that was like a 4-year journey.
yeah,
Probably a
finally seeing
rough
the
one
light.
too. Yeah,
And a
but
journey.
I'm glad you made it to the end and finished the project. So yeah, congrats on that, man.
Thank you, thank
So
you.
I do want to talk about the prior films that you have been on because I know you are a 3-time Emmy Award. So the television shows you probably have been on or some other films. Um, if you want to share,
Yeah. So my day job, I was involved in the news for the last 15 years.
really the news. Oh, that's
The
cool.
news, yes. So um, again, it's kind of like it goes along with being involved with cameras and just in front of, presenting and
Mm,
in a way acting
right,
also.
right.
But yeah, this the past year I was blessed with three statues, um, and two reports that we did along with Martin Gonzalez. Um, so yeah, I have one right here. I
Yeah,
didn't
sure,
bring the
dude.
other ones, but right
Oh,
here.
wow. Congrats, man. What a
Thank you.
beauty. Yeah, that's awesome.
Um, I mean, once you get it, you're like, okay, again, like, okay, now what's next? The,
Yeah.
the road doesn't stop there. I mean, it's an achievement, yes, but it's also something that needs to fuel your energy
Right,
again, just
right.
to keep going.
Keep going.
Not so much to get more. I don't want to get greedy, but just to keep going, because the fight is not over, I
I
guess.
know. Yeah.
So this one, I got it for a report that we did for, in Mexico and specifically in Juarez. There were all these killings that happened for the uh, drug war.
Mm,
So the bodies that, I mean, this is gonna get really graphical, but the bodies were left dead with messages on them. So these messages were either for themselves, for the community, for the police. So this report basically went in depth and explore the meanings of those messages.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it was a nice piece that
Dang.
we got to do and share some light because some a lot of this new generation of kids they're so allured by the idea of power and money, and
Hmm.
they don't know that uh, these things go on,
Yeah.
and it's not pretty. I
Oh, I
mean,
bet it's not, man.
yeah, they're lured by that, and it's
Wow.
not something that you it's very dangerous. I mean, and I guess some kids don't realize that. They
Hmm.
just they just feel the urge to be, someone, I guess.
Mhm.
And it's very dangerous. So on this, we share some light to that message.
Yeah.
So also we had a psychologist in the report that um, shared their experience also as well with that.
Wow.
So it's a very interesting report that we did.
And wow, thanks for sharing that. That's pretty, yeah, it's pretty deep. Was this ever shown on like, was this like for Mexico of doing it this?
No, it was for Univision El Paso.
Oh, El Paso. Okay.
So it aired. I think you can just Google it, or in their page, it's
Oh,
there. You
okay.
can, you can see it.
Okay.
Yeah, it aired last year
Oh, it did.
in
Oh, wow.
April.
Okay. Man, so you were actually out there with the bodies and doing the whole as well? Like,
Not no. We had a group of criminologists. Is that how you say it?
I probably,
Um,
yeah.
and yeah, those are the ones that shared a little bit of the meaning
Oh,
of
of the
that. So
meeting.
we went through a group of different people to get the
Wow.
information. So
Dang. You know that, yeah, I'm very curious what those meetings were about. I mean, if there were messages left on them, like,
yeah, it's an interesting report. I
bet.
recommend everyone to go see it.
What's the title
There's
of it again?
El lenguaje del narco.
Okay. And is it on YouTube or
It's in Spanish. I don't think it's in YouTube,
no?
but it's in their page and
Okay.
Univision El Paso.
Okay. Well, thank you. Well, I'll look it up because I really want to check this out. That's really interesting. I didn't even know about this. So,
Yeah, I can send you the link also.
oh yeah, send me the link. Well, congrats on winning that award. I mean, it's impressive. You have three of them, right?
Yeah, I won one for editor. Yeah, editor, reporter, and then another one for reporter as well.
Wow, man.
Uh,
Good job.
and that one explore. It was more light-headed. We explore the gastronomy of the border.
Okay.
Some people claim that the burrito came from Juarez, as well as the torta de colita de pavo
Oh, really?
and the margarita.
Oh,
So
wow.
all these three were like a three-part report that we did. It was
Interesting.
really nice.
Oh,
So
wow. That's nice, dude. So, did the burrito come from Juarez?
allegedly, yes.
Oh, it did. Oh, no way. I love burritos, dude.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so you can learn a little bit more of the story and you know what
Yeah.
they say, how it started and what the name is and all that. Yeah, so it's a nice piece of a report. I really enjoyed doing that one.
Oh, I bet, man. That was pretty, yeah. Just to know the
And
history.
we got to taste the samples, I guess.
Oh, you did? Oh, dude, yeah,
Yeah,
even better. I mean, yeah.
yeah.
I that's why you really enjoyed it
That
too.
was the best part.
Yeah, I bet it was. Like, hey, try this burrito. Okay, try this one.
Yeah,
Sure. Keep it coming. That's
and they were
cool.
delicious. Yeah.
Oh, I bet, man. Yeah. I love burritos. So, well, I really appreciate you, man, for sharing the journey and just the experiences. And I'm really happy for you, with your film that you directed. I'm sorry, I don't even know what was the title for your film?
This one is right now it's changing midstream. I don't know if it's gonna change, but
Oh, okay.
I think it's gonna stay that way. Changing midstream, yeah.
Changing
N-
Mainstream?
Midstream.
Oh,
So I
midstream.
did it with Tower Productions.
Oh, Tower Productions. Okay.
Yeah.
Changing
So
Midstream. Changing Midstream.
midstream, yeah.
Interesting. That's a good title. Yeah, man.
So yeah, I
Thanks
found
for
this group of people. They're my brothers and sisters.
awesome.
They're really into filmmaking, and that's what I needed. I needed a group
Yeah,
that was serious about this,
right.
very professional,
Awesome.
and that really are out there. You know, we have a lot of projects going on, um, and some of them are touching the big leagues.
Really? Oh,
But
wow.
I'm not the one who, I mean, you should have Carlos here to talk about that.
Yeah, man.
But
Tell them
yeah,
that I'm interested in interviewing. I'm interested in interviewing anyone from Tower Productions if they want to
of
come on and
course,
share
yeah,
the story. Yeah, let them know.
yeah. We'll set that up. But yeah, I mean, they're they're working on good stuff.
Oh,
So
that's awesome, man. Good for
yeah,
them. And you're part of it, so that's even better
and I'm
too.
part of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, one thing I do want to say before we end the podcast, and we're gonna ask just a couple more questions, but it's pretty
Uh-huh.
cool. I'm trying to get into more background, I guess you would call it background acting,
Okay.
become a background actor. So if you guys need a background actor, I'm always available. I'm gonna present myself as well as that to the film festival next week, to the filmmakers and actors. Just be like, hey, if you guys ever need a background actor, just let me
Of
know.
course, yeah.
Hey, because I'm trying to
There's
get my
always need for that. Yeah.
yeah, I'm trying to get my foot in the door. I already have a role that a filmmaker, Johnny Cortez, who's from
Okay.
yeah, he gave me a role this coming late summer for a project that he's working on. So I was like, oh well, thank you. So I'm so blessed just to have great people just be supportive of just everything in the community of film, just acting. So, but yes, let's get into those questions real quick because I know we're
Okay.
almost out of time. So Batman, bro.
Batman.
Batman
Yeah.
is one of my favorites as well since I was a kid.
Yeah.
I would have little birthday parties with cakes with Batman and balloons and dude, I bought the toys, the vehicles, everything, dude, shirts.
Yeah. I
And
have one right here.
oh, you do, dude? Oh, no way. Oh, there you go.
It's a Funko, but
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. So yeah, and I think that was probably the love of why that's part of why I love Black a lot. Because
okay.
he was always that dark,
Yeah.
serious kind of, hero, and he's always blended into the shadows. He just, and he's always dark, right? He has that edge, and I was like, so ever since then, I always wore black. But that's not the main reason I would wear black. That's another story, another time.
That's
But
another story.
for those
Okay.
that know me or where I used to work, it was like you had to wear black. That was like the
Okay.
attire. Um, I'll just say it. Heck with it.
But you're like, okay, that's my
I'll
color.
just say it,
So,
bro. Might as well. They're gonna be like, where? Like, do you work at a funeral? No. I worked
uh,
at Victoria's Secret for 10 years.
oh,
Yeah, so
nice.
the work attire was always black. So for me, my closet was full of black. So I was like, okay, I grew up as a kid loving Batman, bought black. Went and worked Victoria's Secret for 10 years, more black.
You know,
Now
it's
I'm
the
just black.
universe calling you. Yeah,
Yeah, man. So I like it. I think, and the thing is for me with black, I like black because it's just more mysterious, always interesting. You can just kind of like, you know, I don't know.
yeah. It's one of my favorite colors as well.
Is it really?
Um,
Oh, nice,
yeah,
dude. Probably because of Batman.
black and blue.
There, oh, dude, same blue. Yeah.
You know, there's a blue Batman also.
Here's a
Kind
blue
of.
Batman.
Yeah.
I didn't know
I mean,
that.
the color scheme that they use some in some comics,
Oh,
it's
really?
like bluish. I guess just to contrast with the black. But yeah,
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. I just remember like Batman Beyond. Remember Batman Beyond?
Batman Beyond. Yeah.
Yeah, where it was like black and red. That was a cool
Hmm.
man. That was cool. That was actually a good animated show, Batman Beyond.
It was. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so just wanted to ask, what's your favorite Batman movie? From all the, I mean, I don't know, it doesn't have to be one, but just name a few if you were the ones that are highlight the top ones.
I guess, I mean, the love that I have for Batman Returns is gonna be always there.
Yeah,
Every time it's on TV or anywhere, I just stop and watch it because
right.
it's so. I mean, besides the emotional attachment that I have with it,
Mhm.
it's a beautiful movie.
Oh
Very
yeah.
strange and very the production design of it, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Um, and I think it's been replicated as such in the latest. Um, Now, I love the portrayal of Batman from Ben Affleck. I
Oh,
wish we
really?
could have gotten, a movie from him, but
Oh, wow.
I mean, I'll take what it is. So yeah, my favorite is Batman Returns from Tim Burton. Yeah,
Oh, interesting. All right, man. And interesting about Ben Affleck because yeah, he did play an interesting role as Batman.
and
Um,
he was a huge fan of Batman. He even had like a cave in his house or something like that.
what?
So he
Ben,
was
really?
really into Batman. So when he got the role, he was like, "Yes,
Oh
this is my moment."
man,
But all the
that's
drama that
interesting.
happened in Warner Brothers and all that.
Uh,
So uh,
I didn't know about Ben that he was really that hardcore about
yeah,
Batman.
he's yeah,
Interesting. All right. Well, thank you, Jesse, for coming on Rhythm and Roads. Now, before we close, for the viewers to want to find you, what's your Instagram and just your projects, how they can watch your future films?
of course. You can follow me at jessefriday.film and Instagram,
Okay.
or just hit Jesse Friday or Fraire. That's how you find me. And I'm very open. I mean, you can talk to me and I'll respond. And you know, I'm no stranger. I want to network. That's one thing.
Yeah.
I love to keep doors open for anyone, because you never know if they're gonna need me or I'm gonna need them.
Yeah.
So build this network as soon as you can. Build those connections, and that's how you thrive and in any business, but especially in the film industry.
Right.
It's not who you are, but who you know,
Right.
basically. So
That's true. I've heard that before. Very true.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, like I said, let's connect. And if you need a background actor, I'm always open. Just hit me up down the road. Um,
of course, yeah.
yeah, man. Or just,
We'll keep you in mind.
or even if just being on the set, just to be there in action to see all that. I mean, that's what I want to help. I want to start doing is trying to like be on sets more, just to
Okay.
because I'm inspiring filmmaker as well. My brother was a filmmaker in LA, but the thing is, I haven't done a lot lately. He's the one's
Mhm.
mostly doing his own stuff. Uh, but one thing that I'm just like always about is just being on set, just being there, helping any way I can, volunteering, whatever I can do, because I just want to get that, continue getting that fire, that passion.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the way it is. That's the way it should be. You should be involved in I mean, every project that you can.
Yeah.
You'll get to know who's who and where you can go. But if you don't put it yourself out there, I guess you'll never know.
Yeah. You never know. That's the thing. And you just learn from so many great artists, so many great creative, just people that are in the film industry that you just will learn something new every day. And that's why I like doing this podcast because I learn something new all the time with every guest.
Yeah, I wish I had a podcast and learn about all these people. I mean, I've been watching you now, and the people that you've interviewed, they give some insight and some inspiration as well. So
Oh, wow, man.
I have to thank you for that.
Oh, thank you, brother. I appreciate your
Yeah,
time and watching the interviews. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. It makes me happy to know that, at least because sometimes I don't get feedback, right? I mean, every now and then I will, but thank you.
yeah,
That
that's
makes me happy
true.
to know that there are people taking advantage of watching it and learning something. So that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey,
of
Jesse.
course.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much, Jesse Friday, for coming on Rhythm and Roads podcast. And yes, let your crew know if they want to come on and be interviewed as well, share their story, because everyone has a story and their story matters as well. But we
Of
look forward to
course.
seeing your future film coming out later this year once everything's done and editing and post production. So, but yeah,
Of
man, we'll be
course.
in touch and hopefully we'll see you at the film festival next week if you go to the Las Cruces film. Just I don't know, just a show, but.
Right now I'm in Dallas, so I'm not sure if
Oh,
I'm
you're in
going to
Dallas
be
right
able
now?
to.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's where I live right now.
I thought you were here in El Paso. I'm sorry.
No, no.
Hey, Dallas is cool too. So that's
It's
awesome.
cool. I'm getting my foot in here, so awesome.
That's awesome,
Well,
dude.
we'll see.
Yeah. Sounds good, brother. All right, guys. Well, we'll catch you on the next episode.